Okay, so next, guys, what's up is going to be automation. Now, automation is kind of related to scaling. It's super important to get this. So I've talked a little bit about things like persistence, where if you already haven't experienced much pain in your life or much trouble in your life, well, you're either extremely lucky or you failed to notice. So hats off to you if you've persisted and you've got through it, but typically we kind of have those kind of issues. Before we start, I'm giving away my $197 Wealth Builders Toolkit free for a limited period. It's the exact system I use to manage my money and plan investments. So grab it while it's still free, link in the description, and let's dive straight in. Now with automation, we're thinking about something like scaling. Again, with scaling, it's more to do with like the number of hours you have in the week times your hourly wage is equal to your earnings. So even a surgeon, right, they cannot scale because there's only 168 hours in a week. And are they going to be awake like 24/7, all through the year? I don't think so. What's beautiful once you start thinking about these kind of concepts like automation and scaling is you can go above these, so-called high salaries, because even with a surgeon, right? Like, again, you're limited by the number of hours, but if you can think beyond that, like in terms of companies, teams, now we're thinking about harnessing the power of individuals so we can get more people. It could be the case that, again, if you've got 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, or you could think about something easier, more attainable, like property, like stocks. Because with one property, it could be that you're making $1,000 a month extra, right? That's great. Now 2 properties, that's $2,000 a month. 3, 4, you could go on this, theoretically, you could get as many properties as you like here, right? Doesn't really matter the number, right? You can just eventually kind of do as whatever you want. You'll have more properties, you'll be able to scale your income that way, right? So just think about scaling. It really, really, when you start thinking about it, it really, really helps because, again, you can have 100 properties, right? And it could be 100 grand a month. This is what people do, right? And it's easier than you think, but just start with one. Again, as I say, you don't need to do everything at once here. But beyond this, in terms of automation, think about the father of modern economics. His name was Adam Smith. Now, Adam Smith talked about the division and specialization of labor. So that's the idea that, like, divide and conquer, essentially. So you don't have to basically do all the tasks yourself. You can think about just doing one yourself, but you can do others, right? So you can have other people working, specializing, right? So maybe you're not gifted at plumbing, but you're good at electrical work, right? So then you focus on the electrics. So it's a little bit like me with this house. So for instance, I got pretty good at putting up these curtains and also putting up these Freiheiten sofas from IKEA. So much so that I did all these ones in the house. There's curtains everywhere, as you see behind me, and lots of couches. So if you just walk through pretty quickly, right, so we're going to see curtains, even the actual these covers as well. I got pretty good at doing those. I got pretty good at doing the IKEA couches. So I spent, a week or so on each task, like on the curtains in the house. I spent a few weeks on the actual covers for the radiators, but then I also spent about a week or 2 on stuff like these Freiheiten sofas, right? And then I also got pretty good at putting up TVs, hanging TVs, putting up, these beds and things like that, and even putting like hanging paintings. So again, you don't want to do everything, right? You can do some things, but that's just the whole idea of division and specialization of labor. In the meantime, I let other people worry about the painting, right? For the most part, I did some patchwork. I let a team do the flooring. Now, the people who do the flooring, like, that's all they do all day long. So they can put down the laminate floor. They get so good at it, they can knock it out really, really fast. Like, if you're doing that every day, it's just muscle memory to you. The father of modern economics, Adam Smith, talks about this in division and specialization of labor, right? So become specialized at something. It's much better like that. And you can, if you're specialized at something, you can then get others to do other work for you. The same with David Ricardo, the principal comparative advantage for a country, right? That they have a particular thing that they're particularly relatively skilled at. So they should focus on that. Well, it matters at the country level, but it also matters to all of us. So again, focusing on things that you can do where you're basically outsourcing, right? And automation is absolutely key. Now, I love automation. I find that that's one of the best things that works well for me in my life. So when I'm doing automation, I'm really thinking about it in the sense of maybe it's with the banking system, like all my bills are auto pay. the actual investment is set up to auto transfer to my investment brokerage all of the time. So I'm not worried about it. I'm never making late payments. I'm hitting the investing targets every single month by having everything on auto transfer and auto invest. I'm also having teams of people that deal with my short term, my medium term, my long term properties. Automation is absolutely key. If you set it and forget it, so to speak, right? The same with everything that's basically set up, whether it's emails, like scheduling emails, so the emails go out in advance. It just lowers your stress and you know that you've got things done in advance and everything is automatic.
By the way, if this part is clicking for you, you'll love the Wealth Builders Toolkit. It's the exact $197 system I use to plan and track all of this. I'm giving it away for free for a limited period. So grab it while it's still free. Links in the description.
So consider automation. Again, this is just one of these skills, one of these tips. I got it through my PhD, and afterwards I really focused on parallel, like getting others to do work. So maybe it's like when you're watching something, you can be eating at the same time. You can walk and chew gum at the same time, so to speak. So have a look and consider that. Now, again, you don't have to do all these things at once. Just like these properties, right? Again, I talked about the scaling. You don't have to do like all of them at a time. Just do one at a time. So let's build your wealth one property at a time. And I'll see you in the next one.